Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode this week. And this week I'm actually coming out to the community, you guys watching this video, and asking you something really important. So in the past I've had 40, 50 gallon tanks, nothing too big, so it really hasn't been an issue. You're probably saying, so what exactly is that? Well, it's in adding fish. And I know some of you are watching this saying, adding fish, don't you just make sure your tank is cycled and then go buy fish and add them? Well, in theory, yeah. But you start to encounter a problem, as my research has shown, when adding tangs. So tangs are known to be very nice, very colorful fish, very active. They add a whole lot of splash of life and color into a reef tank. But at the same time, you have to understand what types of species, how many of them you can add, because once you add a certain species of tang or a certain type of tang in your reef tank, probably you won't be able to add certain others. So there is a cause and effect where when you add one, they'll become super dominant and sometimes won't even let you add any other species of tang. So in that, and again, I have no experience here, so if you're watching this video, I'd suggest you do your own research as well, because like I said, I'm coming out to you guys asking you, especially you people that have owned tangs, to see what you have had success with, what works, what doesn't work, maybe a method I could do, or quarantining them or putting them on a little box. I mean, anything of that sort. There's one thing I do know for sure in this tank, and that is I want a bunch of tangs. I mean, not a crazy amount, but a good amount. With that, I know that once I add a certain type of tang, the probability of me adding another one and risking them fighting becomes very high, or one becoming very dominant. So again, I do want a lot of the common ones: bristletooth, yellow tangs, blue tangs, powders, pretty much any of the nice tangs, naso tang. I mean, so many of them. So I figured, what better way to talk about this topic instead of watching me here talk about it in front of my desk? Why don't we just head to the LFS, we can see some cool fish and talk reefing there. Let's go. So I'd figure I'd bring you guys here down to the LFS because, like I mentioned earlier, I want to add a few different tangs, actually quite a bit of tangs in here. And to be very honest with you, I've only kept 2 or 3 styles of tangs. I've had the blue tang, the cold tang, and obviously the very popular yellow tang. Aside from that, on what order I should put these fish in and what you guys recommend, I'm really coming to you viewers here to let me know in what order would you recommend of me to add them. I do know that the super aggressive ones you want to add towards the very end, such as the gem tangs, the purple tangs, and there's a few others. So like I said, I'm really coming to you guys here to maybe help me out and let me know in what order I should be adding these tanks. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I want to add, I obviously do want cell fins. You can see one back there. I also do want to add, as soon as I find one, I do want to add a cold tang. I'm not sure what color variation of the cold tang. I obviously do want a blue tang, which is right there. And I do want for sure a school of yellow tang. I don't know if I will maybe do 2 blue tangs, but maybe not. I may just stick with 1 because I know those are, they could be pretty iffy. As far as yellow tangs, I do want to do anywhere from 3 to 5 of them. Cold tangs, I'll probably do, I do know those can get pretty aggressive within their own species, so I may just be only able to get away with 1. And then for sure, obviously, a few other variations of the hippo tang. I really need your guys' recommendation here. I for sure am gonna want some triggers. Not this one here. This one's actually really mean. This guy is super mean. I do want to add some triggers, some fox faces, but I really believe that my main issue is gonna be adding the tangs and getting them all in the right order. Again, never having all these different species in the same tank, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for me. So yeah, if you guys can let me know down in the comments which ones you guys recommend, or maybe if you've added them in your tank, what order did you do to minimize them fighting, them not getting together, thus eventually leading to stress and a fish dying. While I am here showing you guys some fish, I in person have never seen a Marine Betta. I've seen them in videos, I've seen them in pictures, and look at that, I get to finally see one of these guys in person. I got here just about a day too late, as this one's already sold. but I would have loved to really add this one. Again, I don't even have my quarantine running, but probably in the future we can add one of these bad boys. This one I have seen in person, but very briefly. I think only at the wholesalers. We have the batfish. Just look at that. Under the actinic blues, you could really see that come out. I don't know though how good these are on surviving. I've kind of seen some mixed reviews. I'd love to hear if you guys have had any success in keeping them. One thing I do notice, and this is, I haven't done much research on them, but this fish looks like it would have a hard time swimming in high flow. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel if you have too high flow, this thing is going to get blown around everywhere. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys have kept this batfish. Let me know how that's been, and also for sure the Marine Betta that I already lost. Oh, this right here. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So I know some of you guys may not want to hear this, but believe it or not, I've been considering, and again, considering adding a very small California ray into the reef tank. Now, I know a bunch of you guys saying, no, don't do that. Hey, they're going to mess up your corals. They're going to this, they're going to that. Well, I'm planning on adding it very briefly, adding it at the beginning, probably for the first, obviously after the tank cycles, to the first 3 or 4 months. I have a local reefer that has one nearby. He keeps it, and he's like, dude, if you wanted to have one just to, you know, show people how easy they are to care, you could totally borrow it, take it in your reef tank, and, you know, have it there for 3, 4, 5 months, just to show other people how nice and how cool they are to keep. So I don't know, let me know if you guys would like to see that. I think it'd be very cool. Luckily, the 180 gallon would be, or should be, enough to keep one of these at least for a little bit, to show you guys how cool they are. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Man, I really wish my tank was up and running. Just check out those. I think this is what's called the red chorus. Oh my God. Just by the looks of these, I think these guys will absolutely obliterate your cleanup crew. Look at that clown trigger. This crosshatch, my God. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna end this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, let me know down in the comments box below in what order you guys would probably recommend me adding the Tangs. Also, let me know if you'd like to see me have that ray in my tank for a few months, just to, again, show you guys how cool they are. Probably show you guys how to keep them if you guys are considering them. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave this video here. I really thank each and every one of you very much for watching. In advance, I want to thank you guys that comment down below, letting me know in what order you guys recommend me adding the Tangs. But yeah, we're gonna leave this video here. I thank each and every one of you very much for watching. As always, happy reefing.